All right, welcome back. We've got a Premier League clash on our hands.
Oh, yeah.
That could really shake things up at the top of the table. Brentford taking on Liverpool.
Right.
You sent over a whole stack of previews and predictions for this one.
I did.
So we're diving deep to get you prepped.
Okay.
Think of it as your tactical cheat sheet, sprinkled with a bit of historical context and maybe even a hint of upset potential.
And upset potential is definitely something Brentford brings to the table, especially on their home turf.
Okay, so let's set the stage. Liverpool are coming in after 2 draws, which is definitely not the start to 2025 they were hoping for.
No.
They need a win to keep that top spot safe.
Right.
Especially with Arsenal breathing down their necks just 4 points behind.
Exactly. The pressure is on for Liverpool.
Yeah.
And, Brentford will be looking to capitalize on any slip-ups.
Right.
They're battling to stay in that top half of the table.
Okay.
And a win against the league leaders, well, that would send a massive message.
Right, a statement win for sure. But let's be real, can Brentford actually pull it off? Their recent form has been a bit all over the place.
It has been a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
That draw against Manchester City was a huge morale boost.
Oh, yeah.
Coming back from 2 goals down, that shows real grit.
I see.
But if we look at the bigger picture, 1 win in their last 8 games across all competitions.
Right.
That's not exactly screaming giant slayer.
Yeah, that inconsistency makes them a bit of a wild card, doesn't it?
It does.
And their defensive record at home, while they score a ton of goals, 29 to be exact.
Yeah.
The most in the league.
Right.
They also let in a fair few.
That's the Brentford paradox.
Okay.
They're exciting to watch,
Yeah.
always going forward.
Mm-hmm.
But that open style leaves them vulnerable at the back.
I see.
And against a team like Liverpool, with their firepower,
Yeah.
that could be a recipe for disaster.
Okay, so Brentford, offensively brilliant,
Mm-hmm.
defensively,
Mm-hmm.
let's just say they like to keep things interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, flipping the script,
Oh, okay.
what about Liverpool's form coming into this match?
Well, it hasn't been vintage Liverpool, has it? Only 1 win in their last 4 matches across all competitions.
Right.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
They're unbeaten in their last 16 away games.
Really?
So while they might be a bit shaky at the moment, they're a different beast on the road.
So they're definitely not invincible,
No,
but they're tough to beat away from home.
for sure.
That draw against Nottingham Forest, though, I heard that exposed a bit of a reliance on their substitutes to get the goals.
It did raise some eyebrows. Jota and Tsimikas, both coming off the bench, were the ones who rescued a point for Liverpool.
Interesting.
Makes you wonder if their starting lineup is struggling to break down opponents consistently.
Interesting. So maybe a chink in the armor there for Brentford to exploit? Okay, before we dive into the specifics of this match,
Right.
let's take a quick trip down memory lane.
Okay.
What's the history between these two sides?
Well, historically, it's been pretty one-sided.
Okay. Liverpool have dominated Brentford in recent times, winning their last 4 league meetings.
Wow.
In fact, Liverpool has scored in almost every single encounter against Brentford.
Oh, wow.
21 out of 22 matches, to be precise.
Wow, that's a pretty dominant record.
It is.
But as they say, every streak has to end sometime, right?
You think?
Let's talk about something that could potentially shake things up.
Okay.
Key player returns.
Yeah.
Who's back in action for both sides?
Good point. A few game changers are coming back into the mix.
Okay.
For Liverpool, Darwin Núñez returns from suspension, adding some much-needed firepower to their attack.
Right.
On the Brentford side, Rico Henry is back after a lengthy injury layoff.
Henry's return could be massive for Brentford,
I think so.
especially considering their defensive struggles.
Yeah.
But they're still dealing with a pretty extensive injury list, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, Brentford is still missing a few key players.
Okay.
Liverpool is in much better shape on that front, with only Joe Gomez still sidelined. All right, so we've covered the form, the history, the returning players. Now let's get tactical.
Let's do it.
What are the key battles we should be watching for on the pitch?
The flanks are going to be fascinating.
Go.
Brentford's keen Lewis Potter will likely be tasked with containing the ever-dangerous Mohamed Salah.
Right.
Talk about a trial by fire.
That's a matchup I'm definitely marking on my watch list.
It should be good.
Can Lewis Potter keep Salah quiet? That could be a huge factor in this match.
For sure.
And on the other side of the pitch, can Brentford replicate that defensive solidity they showed against Manchester City,
Yeah.
even without a full-strength squad?
That's the million-dollar question.
Right.
Holding City to a draw is one thing,
Yeah.
but can they pull off a similar defensive masterclass against a Liverpool side equally capable of finding the back of the net?
So Brentford's defense is going to be put to the test.
Absolutely.
And let's face it, Liverpool need to make a statement after these recent draws.
They do.
What are the experts predicting? Are they giving Brentford any chance at all?
Well, most sources are tipping Liverpool to win.
Okay.
But there is a sense of caution in their predictions.
Right.
They know Brentford, especially at home, is a tough nut to crack.
So they're acknowledging that upset potential we talked about.
Yeah.
What kind of scores are we looking at?
The predictions range from a tight 2-1 Liverpool victory to more convincing wins for the Reds.
Right.
But a publication out of Indonesia caught my eye.
Oh, yeah.
They're predicting a 1-2 win for Liverpool.
Interesting.
Really emphasizing that mismatch between Liverpool's attack and Brentford's shaky defense.
But they didn't completely rule out Brentford, did they?
No, they added an interesting caveat.
Okay.
Saying if Brentford can somehow recreate that defensive magic they conjured against Manchester City, a draw isn't out of the question.
So holding City to a draw is the benchmark here.
I think so.
Makes sense. City's attack is arguably just as potent as Liverpool's.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. For a more data-driven perspective,
All right.
there's a site called Dimers.
Okay.
They use this sophisticated statistical model,
Right.
and their model gives Brentford just a 13.6% chance of winning.
Oh, wow.
Liverpool's sitting pretty at 69.6%,
Uh,
with a 16.8% chance of a draw.
So still favoring Liverpool, but maybe a bit less confident than that Indonesian publication.
A little bit.
What's their take on the final score?
Their model is pointing towards a 2-1 Liverpool victory as the most likely outcome.
Interesting. So a narrow win for the Reds.
Yeah.
Anyone else echoing that prediction?
Yep. Sportsmole is also predicting a 2-1 Liverpool win,
Okay.
highlighting Liverpool's ability to fight fire with fire.
Oh.
Considering Brentford's tendency to both score and concede at home,
Yeah.
they think it'll be a high-scoring affair.
Lots of goals. That definitely fits Brentford's style,
For sure.
even if it makes their fans a bit nervous.
Right.
Speaking of which, anything from the managers themselves about their approach to this match?
Brentford's manager, Thomas Frank, has been stressing the importance of bravery and cleverness.
Okay.
He wants his team to be bold,
Uh-huh.
but also smart about avoiding those quick transitions that can leave them exposed at the back.
Sounds like he's trying to walk a tightrope there,
Yeah.
wanting to attack,
Right.
but knowing they can't just leave the floodgates open against Liverpool.
No.
Any insights into what Liverpool's gaffer is thinking?
Unfortunately, no direct quotes from Arne Slot.
Oh, okay.
But if we read between the lines of Liverpool's recent performances,
Uh-huh.
I think it's safe to say he'll be demanding a much sharper performance from his lads.
Right.
Especially after those back-to-back draws.
Yeah.
They need to reclaim that dominance.
Mhm.
Show they're serious about the title.
Yeah, no more messing around, right?
Right.
They need to be more creative in midfield, clinical up front,
Yeah.
and most importantly, tighten up that defense.
Definitely.
Okay, so just to recap for you before we move on,
All right.
we've got a match with massive title implications.
Yeah.
Two teams with contrasting forms.
Yeah.
Key players returning from injury, tactical battles brewing, and managers with something to prove.
And let's not forget that historical context,
Right.
heavily favoring Liverpool, but with just enough uncertainty to keep things interesting.
This is shaping up to be a must-watch match.
It is.
Okay, before we get into any more specifics,
Okay.
what are the key takeaways you should be keeping in mind heading into this game?
All right. Point number one.
Okay.
This match could be a turning point in the title race.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool needs the win to stay in control,
Okay.
while Brentford could throw a wrench in the works with an upset.
Takeaway number 2.
Yeah.
Both teams bring strengths and weaknesses to the table.
Right.
Liverpool's attack is top-notch, but their form has been inconsistent lately.
True.
Brentford, they can score goals for fun,
Oh, yeah.
but that defense is a liability,
It is.
especially against a team like Liverpool.
Number 3. Keep an eye on those returning players. Darwin Núñez back for Liverpool is a big boost for their attack.
Right.
And Rico Henry's return could be crucial for solidifying Brentford's backline.
And finally, that tactical battle on the flanks,
Yes.
especially the Mohamed Salah versus Keane Lewis Potter matchup,
Yeah.
could be decisive.
Absolutely.
If Lewis Potter can shut down Salah, that could really swing things in Brentford's favor.
Exactly. And remember, even though most pundits are leaning towards Liverpool, Brentford is more than capable of pulling off a shock result, especially at home.
Okay, so you've got the context, the form, the key players, the tactical battlegrounds. You're practically an expert now.
Hold on, we're not done yet. There are a few more fascinating details to unearth.
Okay.
Details that will give you that extra edge when watching the match.
All right, I'm all ears.
Let's talk about Brentford's home record.
Okay.
Remember how we discussed their potent attack?
Yeah.
29 goals at home this season, more than any other team.
Yeah, that really stood out to me.
Right.
It makes this match seem like a guaranteed goal fest.
Well, it very well could be.
Right.
But here's the kicker.
Okay.
And this might surprise you.
Okay.
Brentford hasn't kept a single clean sheet at home all season.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Not one. That's,
I know.
bold.
Yeah.
I mean, it's entertaining for the neutral fans,
Right.
but against Liverpool's attack,
Yeah.
that seems like playing with fire.
It definitely adds another layer of intrigue.
Right.
Even if Liverpool aren't at their sharpest, those defensive lapses practically guarantee them scoring opportunities.
So this match is sounding less like a tactical chess match.
Yeah.
And more like a good old-fashioned shootout.
It might be.
Okay, shifting gears a bit.
All right.
There's one player I'm particularly curious about. Mohamed Salah.
Ah, the Egyptian king.
Yeah.
Always a fascinating figure. You know, there's been a lot of chatter about his future at Liverpool.
Oh, really?
His contract is winding down.
Okay.
And negotiations for an extension seem to have stalled.
So there's a chance he might be playing with a little extra motivation.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
Trying to remind everyone what he brings to the table
Right.
could be a problem for Brentford's defense.
It certainly adds a compelling narrative to the match.
Yeah.
If Saul is looking to make a statement,
Right.
Brentford could be in for a very long day.
All right, just to sum things up for you.
Okay.
We've got a match with massive implications at the top of the table. A home team that loves to attack but struggles defensively.
Right.
And a Liverpool side looking to bounce back
Yeah.
with a potentially motivated Mohamed Salah leading the charge.
I like it.
It's got all the makings of a classic Premier League clash.
It does.
Yeah.
And remember,
Yeah.
we've only scratched the surface here.
Right.
The beauty of football lies in its unpredictability. The tactical nuances, the individual battles, the unexpected moments of brilliance.
Exactly.
Okay.
We've given you the context, the insights, the historical background. Now it's up to you to sit back, enjoy the spectacle, and see how it all unfolds.
As you watch the match,
Yeah.
keep in mind both teams' tendencies for late goals.
Oh, right.
Could we be in for another nail-biting finish?
Oh, exciting.
It's definitely something to watch out for.
A late winner, a dramatic comeback, you never know what might happen.
Exactly.
That's what keeps us coming back for more.
For sure.
All right. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
My pleasure.
Enjoy the match, and we'll catch you next time.